shouldn't be hard. Life should be a fun-filled adventure every day. So now start joining up dots. Tap into your talents, your skills, your God-given gifts, and tell your boss, you don't deserve me. I'm out of here. It's time for you to smash that alarm clock and start getting the dream business and life you, well, of course, are dreaming of. Let's join your host, David Ralph, from the back of his garden in the UK, or wherever he might be today, with another jammed-packed episode of the #1 hit podcast, Join Up Dots.
Yeah, good morning to you and welcome to the next episode in the Mentorship series, when we're looking at the movers and shakers, the successful folk across the world, and looking at what they do on a daily basis, which drives them forward to the success that you want. And there's no difference from you, me, or them. Most of them started with nothing. Most of them started with next to nothing, but they have common traits. And that's what we're looking at in this series. So when it comes to the success stories, it's hard to overlook the achievements of Jobs, Jeff Bezos, Oprah Winfrey, Bill Gates, and Elon Musk. But here's a closer look at what these traits are and how you can start developing them in yourself. Well, we've already looked at visionary thinking, and we've been looking at perseverance and breaking down perseverance into 2 or 3 sections which are key to actually getting the success you want. Well, in this part of the series, we're going to be looking at actual self-discipline. As an entrepreneur, it certainly can be challenging to develop self-discipline. However, it's essential for success. It helps you stay focused on your goals, and it also helps you make better decisions. And Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, they made fantastic decisions because they were focused on what needed to be done when it needed to be done. That comes down to self-discipline. So the very first part of it is, as we've been seeing time and time again, a lot of the process is about identifying what you need to do, defining your goals. And certainly with self-discipline, it's a huge part of the puzzle. One of the first steps to developing self-discipline is to define your goals. And Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are both well known for their goal-setting skills. Musk's goal for Tesla was to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy, and Bezos' goal for Amazon was to be the most customer-centric company in the world. So you've got to define your goals. You need to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. You have to be smart. You've got to be able to look at it and know whether you've achieved them or not. And once you've set your goals, then break them down into smaller steps that you can work on every day. So, to give you the blueprint, you need to define specific and measurable goals that you want to achieve, and this can be personal or business-wise. Then write them down. Don't just leave them floating like thought bubbles above your head. Actually write them down. Pin them up in front of you so you can tick them off and make sure that you're staying on track. Set deadlines for achieving them and regularly review and adjust your goals as needed. And that's the key thing. You don't want to have ones too far in advance. You don't want to have ones with no fixed date. Make them as short as possible but achievable. Can you do something in a week? Can you do something in a day? Give yourself the best chance for success by knowing what you're heading for straight away. Now, it's all right having goals, but of course, sometimes goals go out the window because we're not prioritizing our time properly. And effective time management is crucial when we're developing self-discipline. Now, Musk and Bezos are both masters of time management. Musk divides his day into 5-minute intervals to ensure that he makes the most of his day. Bezos prioritizes his most important tasks for the day and delegates the rest. I will work for the morning really hard and then switch off for the afternoon. There's many different ways of doing it, but you've got to know how much time you've got so that you can make a decision on what is most valuable to do in that time. Prioritize your time. You need to identify your most important tasks and focus on them first. They may not be the pleasant tasks, they might be the most difficult ones, but if they're the most important and they add to your bottom line, the money that you're bringing into your business, then you've got to focus on them first. So use tools like calendars, to-do lists, and timers to stay organized and productive. There's many different ways of compressing time so that you achieve the most success you can possibly have. And you can look on the internet for time management tools, time management tips, Parkinson's law, the 80-20 principle. People have been looking at this for years and years and years, decades, generations. How can we make the most of our time? And by becoming successful at prioritizing your time, then you will achieve more of your goals and subsequently bring the success that you want closer. So let's give you the blueprint for success. When it comes to prioritizing your time, you've got to identify the tasks that are essential to achieving your goals, and then create a daily routine that allows you to prioritize these tasks. Look at them and go, I'm going to do this on a Monday, a Tuesday, or a Wednesday evening, whatever. Then stick to your routine, even when you don't feel like it. And I know there's always going to be something on TV, or somebody's going to ask you to go out for a drink or something socially, but you've got to say, no, I've got something I need to do first. I'm going to make it happen. Continually assess and adjust your routine as needed. When we start, we act like monks and we don't see anyone, and work-life balance is a bit out of whack. So look at it and think, can I reclaim my Wednesdays because it is nice going out, and can I do that on a Sunday morning when actually I don't do much anyway? You can continually assess and adjust your routine to make it more successful for you. Now, as we mentioned on that, the step that we really need to do is focus on the high value activities. Now, as an entrepreneur, it's easy to get distracted by low value activities that don't contribute much to your bottom line. You might be spending your time doing Instagram, or you might be checking emails or whatever. There are a myriad of things that can take up your time. To be successful, you need to focus on the high value activities that move you closer to your goals. And Bill Gates focused on developing software that would change the world. Jeff Bezos focused on customer satisfaction and innovation. Whatever it is that are the biggest stepping stones, make sure you do those first. And more often than not, it's the ones that are making you money that you can then bring back into your business. So identify the activities that are most likely to help you achieve your goals and prioritize these activities over less important tasks. Eliminate or delegate low value activities that are not worth your time. And then, like before, continually assess and adjust your priorities as needed. Now, there's one last step on self-discipline. We've been looking at defining our goals, prioritizing our time, and focusing on high-value activities. But actually, motivation and being focused on yourself and personal goals is a key step to developing the positive habits as an entrepreneur that bring success to you. To stay motivated, find ways to stay inspired and focused on your goals. And this could include surrounding yourself with like-minded people who share your vision, setting up a reward system for achieving milestones, or reminding yourself of why you started your business in the first place. And of course, it's not just business. You've got to stay motivated and focused on yourself. If you're finding that your energies are low, then the quality of the work that you do is going to be low as well. So give yourself breaks. Make sure that you eat the right stuff, you get enough sleep, you drink enough water, all the things that we know are good for us, but more often than not we push to the side because we think it's boring or it's not as fun as having that quick beer after work. Make sure that you keep that equal balance on work and yourself. Focus on yourself and your personal goals and keep the motivation for both. And that is how success comes your way. So that was the next step in the mentorship series as we develop your skills based on the high achievers. If we can learn what they do better than anyone else, then we can also gain the same kind of rewards. Maybe not as good as them, but certainly life-changing. Until next time, we'll see you again. Cheers. See ya. Bye-bye.
That's the end of Join Up Dots. You've heard the conversation. Now it's time for you to start taking massive action. Create your future, create your life. It's the only life you've got. We'll be back again real soon. Join Up Dots, join up dots, join up dots, join up dots. Join up, join